I want to write a love poem to poetry, to spoken word as it's now sometimes called. It has to be a poem, because if I just tell you how I felt as I listened to Mike McGee and C.R. Avery and Shane Koizan and Nicole and Zoe, it wouldn't be enough. It wouldn't be enough to just tell you. But if I could write a poem, if I had that in me, maybe I could make you understand even a part of how much I love this. I like to sit at the front at things I think I might care about, because I want to be able to see the details. I want to be able to tell if every tiny subtlety, every nuance of expression fits with the whole. Whether the flick of an eyebrow contributes to the essence, whether there seems to be a tear forming in the corner of the performer's eye, whether it's possible for a nose hair out of place to detract from the performance. So I was sitting at the front as Mike McGee and C.R. Avery and Shane Koizan and Nicole and Zoe spoke. And I was glad I was at the front soaking in those details, but at some point each time, something told me to turn around. And when I did, I saw something so beautiful. I saw a crowd of people filling to overflowing a slightly seedy bar in a kind of boring, kind of conservative town on a Sunday night, and these people were mesmerized. And it seemed that the reason that they were mesmerized was that they could tell that what was happening in front of them was important. Not in the way that the world economic crisis or global warming or the Pope or decoding the human genome is important, but in the way that the human soul is important. And that someone who can decode a bit of that is important, and we should listen to them. Really listen. We shouldn't be talking, we shouldn't be ordering a beer, we shouldn't be texting Lisa to see what she's doing later. We shouldn't move. Maybe we shouldn't breathe, because we don't want to miss a millisecond of this. And we don't want to take a chance that something we do might spoil this moment, even a little bit, because this matters. And I suddenly saw that this whole generation that didn't seem to have a plan just needs something to plan for, that these kids who don't seem to really care just need something to care about, that these people who sometimes seem a little bit lost just need someone to give them a hint of possible directions. Is it too much to ask of our poets that they could change the world? I don't think so. In fact, I feel sure right now that if there's one thing that Gandhi and Martin Luther King and Jesus and Mother Teresa and Albert Einstein must have had in common, it's that they must all have been poets. So, I'm in love with poetry. It's a newfound love, or at least a very old one that's been rekindled, so I'm kind of mushy about it right now. But I just love the way it makes me feel. And I love the way I see it makes you feel. And I love the way it seems that we can love each other just by being in the same room with it. Thank you.